Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, Joe.
Morning. Good morning.
Happy Monday, brother. How's it going?
Going good. Going good. Staying
I'm
busy. I'm loving it. Staying out of trouble. Let's go.
It's always a good thing staying out of trouble, right?
Yes.
Oh, man. I know we got Piper Academy slowly trickling in here. Welcome. Appreciate the alumni. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Piper, for sending them in. And you know the drill, guys. Smash up that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be heading over to Joe's live stream right after we're done here, as always. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Hey, Joe, you got your cup?
I got it.
Swag?
Nice and ready. Nice and ready. Nice and hot, too. Super hot.
All right.
Cheers, my friend.
Oh, ooh, that's hot. Fresh cup.
Fresh cup for me, too.
Yeah, fresh cup. Oh, man. Well, we got a lot of stuff to go over today. We're going to take a look at a little bit of Bitcoin news. We're going to take a look at the debt, the Doge, and I'm going to tell you what, Joe, you may want to consider your blood pressure meds with the debt. Just saying, just throwing it out there before we get there. Anyway, and then we're going to look at a bunch of other things, including the first staking ETFs happening today. So stay tuned for that. Let's give a shout out to the chat, Joe, before we kick this thing off, though. Let's see who's actually, let me turn this on so people can see the live chat. But let's see who's here. We got Dylan in the house. Dylan, always appreciate your support. Little Caspa, appreciate you being here. Thank you, Little Caspa. Let's see, BC Port Corp, as always, in the house. If you're a channel member, BC Port Corp emojis in the chat. Appreciate that. Mining stocks over on X. Always tons of support on X from mining stocks. Thanks, man. Appreciate you very much. And JR in the house. Yes, the alumni graduation caps being dropped. Alumni raid. Appreciate that. All set. Again, thank you, Army Piper. You are the man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. And listen, Mod Queen emojis in the chat, please, for Alexandra G. She is the best. Thank you very much. Okay. I always want to say K Diggity, but like I've been trying to practice K Did. See, I just can't even do it. I just can't even do it. You got to change it back. It's got to go back to K Diggity. Sorry. There it is. Oh, man. Oh, here it goes. And it begins. And it begins. Oh, man. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to talk some stuff today. Let's, Bitcoin news. The biggest Bitcoin news, obviously, is the Bitcoin all-time highs that we've seen over the weekend. And Joe's going to obviously take a look at that shortly. But the other listen, I'm old. I'm in my ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm that set in my way kind of guy. And but thank you. I'll keep working on it. I promise I will keep working on it. Oh, hey, you're awesome. I mean, it is what it is, Alexandra G. And Joe, so you just changed up that background. I'm liking it. I like it.
Let's go. Bitcoin's on fire. Let's go. Moon.
Yeah, right. I like it. All right. Well, I saw this and I was like, man, it's getting more and more popular for this kind of thing. So OpenDoor, a pretty decent sized real estate company, according to this, $7 billion worth of real estate company, to be precise, is now accepting Bitcoin for homes. Now, if you've been on my channel about, I don't know, a year ago, about a year ago, I went to the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference. Matter of fact, I'll be there again this weekend. If you're in the area, make sure you let me know. But there was a guy, Mark Warden, who I think might have been the first in the country to actually sell his home for Bitcoin. I put a link to the video of him talking about that in the description. So make sure you go ahead and check that out after we're done here. It might be something of interest to you. I think this is going to be the move we keep seeing with regard to this. And what do you think, Joe? I mean, listen, it used to be you had to spend hundreds of Bitcoins in order to go and buy a house. Now it's like what, 5? And you can get the same house. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm loving it. It's just more freedom as far as that goes.
Agreed. And here we go. Dave Digital in the house. I love Dave Digital. Again, Dave Digital, Saturday mornings. Simple Terms podcast, man. If you're not watching that, you missing out. That's all I'm gonna say. Celephant in the house. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Do you guys have metals? Yep, I have some gold and I have some silver, and we're going to talk gold at the end of this. I didn't tease that yet because gold also over 39K, pushing that 4,000, and you got silver just like ever increasingly closer to that $50 mark. So yes, absolutely do, and probably not a bad idea to be in on that. Just saying.
Sure.
Again, that was all I had really for Bitcoin, because the big news is the Bitcoin all-time high over the weekend. But let's take a quick look at the fear and greed index before we head there. 71 right here. Again, this resets in about 8 hours. Yesterday, 74, so it's down a little bit from yesterday. Quite frankly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected it to be higher. That's just me.
Same.
I really did. I expected it to be higher. So I don't know. We'll see. But Joe, are you about ready to get into that Bitcoin chart there?
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be real quick too.
Okay.
There's not much you can say with all-time high.
Yeah, there it is. Boom. Okay, we're done. Hey, listen, guys. Well, because Joe, I don't see your chart in the background. Oh, okay.
Notice that.
And wait, this way. Boom. For those who might be watching on a TV or even your laptop, you see a new QR code up in the corner here, right above Joe's head. That QR code, I got a couple of them set up, but that particular QR code will take you to Cointree. Think Linktree, but built by Naomi Brockwell. Anybody in this space should know who she is. And basically meant for crypto creators. It allows people to give you tips in crypto. And I have listed there, which is honestly more why I use it, where you can actually access all my official social media channels and all the CCM merch. So feel free, scan that. All right, Joe. I love gold. Yes. We're going to get the gold after. All right. But right now, Bitcoin chart. All right, Joe, you the man. Take it away.
All right. So not much to say on Bitcoin. Just we're at all-time highs. This is from our levels from the first cycle to the second cycle, wick to wick. And then also the candle body to candle body. It created this zone. And in this zone, we're bullish, especially once we start breaking above previous levels of pivots or resistance. So once we broke above this level, we're bullish, and we're looking for a retrace. We haven't had it yet. I was looking for a retrace here. We had a very small one. Looking for a retrace here. Didn't do it. Looking for a retrace here in this little zone. Didn't do it. In this box, which is, over here, didn't do it. Keeps on coming up. Had a small retest here. Came up. So when the price was here yesterday, I'm thinking, okay, well, it'll be really healthy if we come back down here to this box, 120.1, 119.5, and then hopefully continuing up. This would be strong. However, Bitcoin has other plans, especially with today being the day of the new moon. So tonight,
I was going to ask about that. Thank you. Yep.
So tonight is the new moon. So if Meet Damien ever watches this show, because Meet Damien's been on my show a few times, it's like, Joe, the new moon, blah blah. It has this. I said, dude, I don't do that stuff. I used to, but I back tested it, and when I back tested, this was like four plus, maybe 5 years ago. It wasn't as accurate as it is. Like when he mentioned it again, I was like, well, let me just kind of see. And I'm trying to prove my point, but the math wasn't mathing. It's like, well, the new moon, it went up a little bit here. The new moon, it went up pretty good here. The new moon, it went barely up. But it was more in the benefit of the new moon cycle versus when I looked at it several years ago. So I was like, okay, let me start looking at it now. And of course, Army Piper's talking about it.
Yep.
And a lot of other traders talking about it. Does it work? I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that, they look at astrology. So, why not? If it's working, do what works until it doesn't. Don't have blinders on. Do where it's like, oh no, it didn't work before. It's not working now. I'm not going to look at it. This is how I do it. Don't do that. Be open-minded. Be like, okay, well, let me at least back test it. And then I back test it's like, well, I mean, it doesn't go up a lot. Sometimes it goes up barely, but still, it's a thing. Now, If you are interested in the new moon cycle and everything else, make sure to tune into my channel after this, because I will go over the moon cycles and also where the next cycle will be at, or the next moon will be at. So make sure to tune in for that. But right now, we do have the date of the new moon. So I was hoping that we would get this yesterday, so that Monday, today, we could start coming up and then hopefully get a new all-time high for the new moon cycle. However, it looks like we might do it within a few hours. Right now, we're at 124.677, really close to our new all-time high. It was 124.474. Now, this is our new one, according to Binance, 125.708. And we're really close. We are really closer. So what do I think is going to happen? Because we did have a small retrace, I think we're going to go up. We're going to go up. We're going to break this and then potentially do something like this. The time for the retrace, in my opinion, was yesterday. But now I think we might do something like this to where we'll come up, maybe get a support here, and then continue coming up. One thing we want to do is we want to find a support level. Joe, I thought you said it was going to be long. Sorry.
Take your time, brother. Take your time. That's fine.
One thing that we need to do is we need to establish a support level. Right now, we haven't. We have not established a support level until way over here, 113.1. Other than that, like, this is a very small support. To me, this is much weaker than this, because here we had more of a pullback before a run up. And here, you know, all these are levels technically of support, any kind of pivot. But if we go to, let's say, a daily time frame, you can see my point. Higher time frames equal stronger support resistance levels. The only time where we actually had a kind of a stop or a sideways was right here. We can call this one 114. Other than that, it's just been up, up, up. So what we need to do on a higher time frame, we can start off with a 1 hour, then progress to a 4 hour, then progress to a daily. But what we want to see is it find support, go above, and then not break that support. That's what we're looking for. But right now, moon mission. Hopefully you guys packed your bags. And hopefully, now one thing that I want to stress, if you didn't, like, for example, the group, we've been in BNB for about a month and a half now. You know, I've been stressing a whole bunch as far as, you know, start loading up, especially in September, because October is usually when we go up, but it could come down, like nobody knows. But what you want to do, start getting into these trades. Now, if you didn't, it's okay. You still have time. Don't go all in. I would strongly recommend, because these coins, they are pulling back a whole bunch versus when Bitcoin pulls back. If Bitcoin pulls back 1%, these coins are pulling back at times 5, 7+%. So you want to have that cushion to where if you get in, you have a lower entry, so that, and my lower entry is about 25, 35%. And just like, well, where's your stop loss at? We can talk more about that on my channel, but definitely right now is the time to be having the mindset of holding it for a month to 2 months. That way you don't get stopped out and you get the gains. For BNB, I think we're up like 180%, something like that.
Ooh,
low leverage, 2-3x leverage.
Still, nice.
But again, it's you have to have that mindset. So that's all I got for Bitcoin.
Nice. That was great. Appreciate that, Joe. And listen, man, you don't gotta worry about rushing too much. And guys, I've been saying it. We always go to Joe's stream right after this. Joe is live Monday through Friday at noontime and Saturday and Sunday at 4. So if you are not already subscribed to him, I'm going to guess most of you people that are here right now are. But if you're watching this on the replay and you're not, the link is in the description. Go and follow this guy. He keeps it simple. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I kind of need it simple. Just saying. I need it
really simple. I've watched a lot of guys. I've got a lot of boot camps and programs and, you know, just memberships, the whole nine. And they make it extremely difficult. And then when you ask them a question, I asked one guy, like, what time frame do you trade on? Because sometimes I see you in the 3-minute, 15-minute. He goes, well, I really don't look at time frames. I look at, it's like, dude, like you have to look at time
I was
frames
going
in
to say,
order
how
to,
do you not look at a time frame?
yeah, like you have to in order for, because if not, then you can say, oh, well, I entered here on the 3 minute. Oh, well, you should have entered on 15.
Yep.
Okay, well, then I entered on the 15. Well, you need to wait for the hour. Okay, I entered in the hour. Well, you need to do it in the 3 minute. So they're always going to be right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no matter, right.
It's like, I don't think I need to pay for your course anymore. So,
yeah, right. And I highlighted a couple of comments before we move on, just to kind of make sure we hit them. And Kelvin asking if I invest, and Joe, I would love to have you also answer this. I don't touch crypto ETFs at all. Although we're going to be talking crypto ETFs today, I don't. I'm going to go buy the asset and I'm going to self-custody that asset. That's just me. Again, not financial advice, old guy interwebs. Joe, what about you?
100%. You know, you want to buy the asset and hold it yourself. You can put it into your wallets, Tangem, links in the description, help support the channel if you don't have one. Tangem is the easiest wallet I've ever had. Oh my gosh. And it holds so many coins. Anyway, links in the description. But if I didn't know about crypto, if I didn't know about exchanges, then the option of ETFs are the best thing ever. But since I know about all the other stuff, I will never touch an ETF because I want to hold it.
Right. And I get it. You know, again, I'm looking at it from a retail point of view. I'm just a retail investor like the rest of people who are probably watching this thing, you know, but if I owned a family financial services office or something like that, sure, that would be the way to go to get that kind of exposure. And we're going to talk about staking in ETFs shortly. So, I mean, yeah, that would make 100% sense. And there you go. Mining Stock saying, thanks, Joe. And yeah, HODL. That's the answer, man. Absolutely. I agree. And oh yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
You know, you, CCM, and also Cryptos Are Us really opened my mind. And again, you cannot be like this. Like I made a lot of money trading last season, but everybody did.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, what you do, and same thing with BC Port Court, like you have the mindset of millionaires because what you're doing is you're buying the asset, you're holding it, and you're just adding to it. And you don't need the money right now. And that's what a lot of traders, where we kind of like have the mentality is like, man, I want to get rich right now. Like, let me get all these, hundreds and thousands of dollars out of the market. But if you continuously add to it, and then just especially in the bear market, and then when it whether it's 3-4 years, I mean, the money you put in is exponentially greater, when you take it out. So, shout out to you, CCM, and thank you for doing, your just everything you do as far as, just reminding us, just buy it, hold it, buy it, hold it. And
yeah.
So for me,
don't get me wrong. I mean, you're part of Piper Academy. You know that he does the dynamic DCA plan.
Yes.
And listen, do that. I'm okay with that. But like for me, again, my thought process is this is going to my grandkids. So like, man, I'm just holding that sucker.
For me, like I love trading. It's so super exciting. It's like driving a fast car, versus an old clunker that just gets you to point A to point B.
Yep.
Like me, I love the trade. I love the excitement. And so like that's how I do mine. But I know just sit and hold it. For example, the BNB one. I mean, there's been how many, I want to show, like, let me know, chat. I know we're kind of getting off track, but let me know in the chat if you could have made more money just holding a coin than trading. Got 30% and then you lose 20%.
Yeah,
and you get 40%, then you lose 10%. Then you try again, you lose 8%. Then you try again, you lose 4%. You try again, you make 40%. Like if you would have just held that coin from a month or two ago, you'd be up tremendously. Let me know in the chat, guys. But yeah, so for me, I love the trading. And then for Piper Academy, they have the in my opinion, the best way to go when it comes to dollar cost averaging, because they also have a dollar cost when you sell it too.
Yes.
So it's perfect.
Yep, absolutely. Shout out to that. And Piper Academy, link in the description. Any of the mods, feel free, drop it in there. You know the drill. And here we go. BC Port Corp, member for 6 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, you got to have that crypto coin mindset. I like that. And listen, we're going to play Joe's song this coming Friday on Crypto on the Rocks. I got away from that for a little while. He did that. Where is the bull run going? And shout out at the end. I love it. I absolutely love it. And here you go, Dave Digital. Here you go. It's a super secret, like secret squirrel. Only available for the next 13 people.
I love it, and I guarantee it. You will have people. You put a link or a Discord or something.
Man, yeah.
You will have a few people. What?
Yep.
Super secret. Like I haven't lunar. Oh my gosh! Like I've been hearing about the lunar stuff, and you'll have people. Shoot, man. Yep. Just like when I heard about the DMM, I was like, "What's that?" The dynamic money management. Ooh, that's sexy.
That does sound sexy.
Yeah, dynamic money management. What is it? Well, all it is scaling into the trade. Boring. Yeah. You've already heard it, but they just repackage everything. I made a song about that too.
Yeah, you did. And Joe's songs are fire. If you haven't already listened to them, man, yeah, you're missing out on that too, because man, dang. And then mining stocks, yeah, these absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that goes, you know, whether it's crypto, whether it's gold, whether it's silver. I mean, listen, I don't know about you, but I ain't got all kinds of that money to be just dropping. Boom, here you go. I'm buying me, you know, $3,900 gold. Yeah, not happening, man. It's just not happening. Or you know, $124,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, not happening. Not happening. You got a DCA, man. You got a DCA. And Steve Hickey in the house. Appreciate you being here, Steve. Thank you as always. All right, we really let's get back on track here.
Let's get back on track.
Well, okay, for the next couple of minutes, you know how that goes. We're gonna start looking at the debt and the Doge, and that usually throws us off track. So, all right, here we go, folks. We're gonna look at the debt. We're gonna look at the Doge. We're gonna talk a little bit about crypto.com. We're gonna give a shout out to Crypto in America, put out by Eleanor Tourette, as we're looking into those ETFs. Excuse me. We're going to take a look at a scam alert. So make sure that you are sticking around for that. And let's start with the debt and the Doge. Okay, again, Joe, if you're going to take your medicine, now's the time. All right. When Joe and I were live last week, because again, I like to try and show you the comparison from week to week. And when Joe and I were live last week, the debt was 37,542 billion. I ain't even going to look at the Doge because you know what? The Doge is going up by a minuscule. It's still going up by a minuscule amount. You can take a look at that for yourself. But the debt, on the other hand, when I looked at this morning, I was just like, wait a minute. Isn't the government closed? How the hell did we go up almost $200 billion in 1 week? We went from an average of 29 billion to 200 billion. Now, this happened what? I think it was a month ago or so. And I highlighted it, and then it kind of went back to the 29 billion. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we're back on track. But again, government's shut. But yet, here we are, Joe. Almost $200 billion worth of debt added to our pile of debt in 1 week. Holy crap. Crazy. Are you breaking out your medicine? I don't blame you. Oh, yeah. And Dave Digital saying he's at the gym. Listen, pump a little bit more to get some of that stress out with the freaking debt. I don't know. I'm sorry. That just stresses me out. It doesn't, there's no need. There's no need. It's, we're burying our grandchildren and their children and so on in debt for our own gain at this present time. Part of why I do what I do here, a part of why I try to talk to all the different demographics, because I don't think people, I don't care what demographic you're in. If you're an old man like me, if you are, a kid who's just kind of getting into crypto because of gaming, whatever. Tell me you know and understand the fiat system that we're in. You don't, because if you did, you'd be joining me on the stream. That's all I'm saying about that. So educate yourself, please. Yeah, what? Yes, exactly. All set. It's like debt free is the way to be. Ain't gonna argue with you there, my friend. Ain't gonna argue with you there. Okay, I should probably move on because again, I can already feel my own stress. Just regardless. So let's get into a little bit from crypto.com right here with a partnership with Morpho. Basically integrating that into their DeFi lending blockchain here to allow users to earn stablecoin yields in wrapped BTC and wrapped ETH. I mean, there you go. There you go. You can go put the Crow token, let's not forget, stake that, and you can be getting one of their crypto.com credit cards with regard to that. And I think you can stake that too. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, or anybody in the chat for that matter. Did Crux of Crypto just pop in here? Oh, yes, he did. Hey, Crux, welcome. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're looking to get potentially yields, if you're holding stable coins and you're trying to get yield on your stable coin, crypto.com is one of your centralized options to be able to do that. And now with this partnership, you can earn wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped ETH. And again, I would trade those out of that. Joe. I
found a tool to help focus.
I'm like,
I will get you off track. I will go off track.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome. Bingo bangos in the chat for that, man. Oh my God, you totally got me right there. Listen, I don't mind getting off track. To me, that helps. It gets the chat going, and quite frankly, I think it makes this a more interesting show. What do I know? I don't know nothing. Oh man, interwebs. All right, but let's move on because we got more news. I ain't gonna say. There you go. He loves the focusing trick. There it is. There it is. Oh, facts. All I'm saying is facts right there. Oh, Dave Digital. I love it, man. I love it. Damn. Well, we'll see. I don't know that that'll work tonight. Badell, BC, myself, tonight, 7 p.m. We're going to talk about Bitcoin's all-time high and a little bit about the Ethereum Foundation transitioning over some of their ETH and stable coins for grants and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right. As we keep going here, New York trying to push away crypto miners by adding higher power costs to the tax form. Again, links to everything I'm showing you in the description. Go ahead, check this all out on your own. I mean, I'm sorry, New York, definitely no friends to crypto, definitely no friends to crypto mining. And I mean, we talk about it all the time on so many different shows on this channel here, on Hot of the Line, Crypto on the Rocks, even when we're talking about cryptocurrency mining, energy costs, right? And now you got New York basically saying, hey, you want to mine? No problem. You're going to pay top dollar to come and mine here in New York.
It's crazy.
I know. What is wrong with these people? Seriously, what is wrong with these people? I'll be interested to see what you think. Tell me in the chat. Just saying. All right, we're going to keep moving on because there's more New York news. And I know that, this one might really surprise you. But I shared my post with this, where I shared this post basically saying, hello, UBI. Okay, Universal Basic income. New York launches pilot program giving low-income residents $12,000 in stable coins on Coinbase. Now, for full disclosure, there was a comment added to this. And basically, the comment is just telling everybody, hey, listen, this was planned. This was in the budget. Okay. So what? So what? The fact that they're sitting here budgeting UBI, and who just said it? I saw somebody say it in here. Yeah, exactly. CBDC. Exactly. Hello. And of course they're using USDC because, again, completely able to draw that thing back. They can pull it out of your wallet. They can do whatever they want with it. It's just what it is. But the fact that they're even piloting this kind of program, I mean, I get it. A lot of people talk UBI because of, lose the potentiality in the next several years of people losing their jobs due to AI and all this other stuff. But this is just New York, where people just sitting on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I know that's a hasty generalization of New York, so you can slap me around in the chat. It's all good. But I mean, I don't think I'm that far off. Just putting it out there. And now, again, you're budgeting this. So every year that's going to be in the budget, start giving people who are sitting on the street 12 grand, all right, straight out of Coinbase. I don't know. Any thoughts about that, Joe? Maybe that's what's going to make you take that medicine. Just
yeah, I'm already breathing. I'm controlling my breathing, but that makes me like really upset. So for one, why do it through Coinbase? Just do it through a thing to where you can help people in general. I don't know. I have so many.
I know that seems to open up more questions than it answers. Yeah, I agree. I mean, but that's just the way that they're trying to restructure the system right now, right? They're trying to get this whole, TradFi into the crypto space, and whether that's through stable coins with all the legislation that's just come through, or having Bitcoin reserves or whatever, it's a coming. Lads in the house, appreciate you being here. And Dave Digital saying UBI bullish for crypto money printers, go burr. Yeah, facts, man, facts. I don't know. I'm just it literally stresses me out. You're just continuing to give people incentives not to work. Joe, wait, this side. Joe's mentioned it in story time. How many times about people that he's come in contact with back, during COVID, and that we're making more money, not working. Why go to work? And not for nothing, I think we all probably know some of those people from back in that time, right? You're just adding to that here. UBI will be here because of AI. Yeah, see, Crux, and that's what I mentioned way back as I started with this. Yeah, that's where the talk, or the main talk of UBI, is coming in. And I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I can see a case for a supplemental UBI, perhaps, to help that, especially that transition period, maybe between the loss of a job and then finding a new job, whatever. And if you go back, way back to the beginning of my channel, back I think in 2018, I did a video, a couple of videos actually, talking about UBI, how crypto could be used for UBI, and actually highlighted one of that platforms that is still in the space. They've revamped that kind of thing, how they did it or are doing it. But go ahead and check it out. Mana or Mana Life, I think, is the name on the title of that video. I'm sorry. I honestly probably should have put that link in the description, but I wasn't thinking about it. But yes, AI gonna be the reason that's yeah, you know what? Survival of the fittest. I'm okay with that. UBI for people that don't want. Yeah, Dave, you speak my language, brother. Speaking my language. And there you go. I could. I knew I liked all you people for some reason. There it is. Oh crap! All right. We're going to keep going because we got about 25 minutes. We're heading over to Joe's stream. So if you're on YouTube, just sit tight. You're going to get transferred right on over there. We got a few people starting to chime in on X. Appreciate you guys being here. You'll have to go find Joe on X when he goes live at noontime because I can't forward you from X. Sorry. But let's keep going. And now, I thought this was kind of big news. It doesn't surprise me one iota, quite frankly. But you've got Coinbase applying with the OCC for a national trust charter. So basically, I want to be bank, give me license for bank. And the OCC, for those who don't know, Office of the Comptroller of the Currency here in the United States, basically the people that oversee all the banks and give all the licensing and all that kinds of good stuff. I want a tariff stimmy check. I'll be interested to see if that even happens. I don't think that's even going to happen. Just saying. And see, BC agrees with me. There it is. It ain't happening. There it is. There it is. Anyway, so I mean, again, this only makes sense with the way that the move is going on, that this administration is pushing forward. I mean, when we had Daniel Diaz on here, he was like, man, wait, next couple of months, you're going to see some major changes in the banking system. And that he really couldn't talk about, but kind of teased out for us, and I know he's out and about working with legislators and what's her name? Lynette Zhang. I didn't put a link to her channel, but you can look her up. She's been talking sound money for a long time, trying to educate people about sound money. And she's pretty much a gold advocate, but regardless, whether you're just pro gold or, looking into crypto as well, the fact of the matter is sound money is key. And yeah, I do that. Although he can't be, as much as I wouldn't mind seeing it. Sorry, coffee break. All right, there we go. We're going to continue on here because now, listen, if you're not already following, wait, why is that not going over? What's the problem? If you're not already following Eleanor Tourette, links are in the description. Go ahead and do that. She's one of the founders of Crypto in America. This is from her newsletter that just hit my box earlier today. But I have a link to a article from Cointelegraph explaining this very same thing. So link is in the description to that. But I wanted to read this. I'll tell you what, she's got some great information coming out here. She's all over things. I mean, people are just like willing to sit down and talk with her. She was very much involved in the Boston Blockchain Week when I was there. One of the first people that was hosting some of the fireside chats and stuff like that. Very good, very good, very good. But here she's talking about the first ever staking on Wall Street for crypto ETFs. Crypto asset manager Grayscale is adding staking to its Ethereum and Solana products. The Grayscale, and she lists them out here, the Ethereum Trust ETF, the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust ETF, and the Grayscale Solana Trust. Sorry guys. The move makes these Ethereum ones, because that get me all tongue-tied more than I already am. The first listed spot ETPs, which is technically what they're called, offer staking. The GSOL, which is the Solana one, is one of a few ways investors can access Solana staking through traditional brokerage accounts. Investors can now earn rewards for simply holding these funds in regular brokerage accounts. Now it goes in here because, some people who might be subscribed to this newsletter may not be crypto native, so they don't understand what staking is. But she goes through that. But here we go, just to the end of this, and then we can talk about this a little bit. The launch after the agency approved generic staking standards, okay, and we're referring to the SEC here, for crypto ETPs last month, and issued guidance earlier this year confirming that staking does not violate securities laws, which was the stance of the previous head of the SEC in Gary Gensler, because, you know, everybody here I know loves Gary Gensler. But anyway, don't all laugh at me at once. Just saying, don't all laugh at me at once. Oh, man. Anyway, but this is something, Joe, you and I have talked about this for a while, saying, man, is this coming? And if so, how long before it gets here? And guess what? I mean, I think when we talked about this, we were both saying, next year before this gets here or something like that. And boom, mic drop. Here it is. Here it is. True. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, it makes sense. It didn't make sense when they were cutting that particular piece of the pie out when Gary approved like the Ethereum ETF. It just didn't make sense to me. I get maybe you wanted to come up with different guidance, but that administration at the time, the Gensler-led SEC at the time, had nothing to do about like showing everybody how to do it correctly and meet whatever standards the SEC was going to put forth, because it was the regulations for enforcement. That's the only thing you saw with the Gensler administration. So thank you to this new this new administration, I guess, and new SEC, friendlier SEC, whatever. Again, it's what it is, but they do affect the crypto markets with their input and their regulation. Anything else you want to add to that, Joe, before we kind of move on to a scam alert?
Nope, let's do it.
All right, fair enough. Well, listen, Joe and I talked last week about FTX distributions. Matter of fact, Crypto Jar and I talked about it last Tuesday, that these distributions are starting for those who were victims of FTX. Well, guess what? Like most things, out come the scammers. Because, heaven forbid you do legitimate work and not try and steal from people. What do I know? I am obviously old and antiquated with, pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps. Anyway, we're going to just hit the highlights here because the highlights pretty much say it all. But again, if you want to read the entire article, by all means, link is in the description. Go ahead and do that when we're out of here. FTX has issued an alert over the rise in phishing attacks targeting its creditors. The platform has warned users to double check all information and refrain from clicking on any unknown links. I mean, sorry, that's good advice regardless. FTX is moving on with its repayment plans, with the company set to return up to $16.5 billion to creditors. So if you happen to be involved in this whole FTX fiasco, be careful. I mean, at the end of the day, that's literally the bottom line. Be careful. And if you're in the crypto space, or hell, just even doing a lot of stuff online, you should be careful. Matter of fact, if you did not watch last night, my educational series with myself and Jimmy Jim from Billy Goat Tales, we talked about online and crypto security. Now, we didn't go diving majorly into the weeds, but even to the extent of what I just highlighted here with the FTX scamming that's going on right now, we did discuss that. We talked about phishing attacks. We talked about how he even explained how one of his clients had everything look legit, all the emails, all the stuff you'd normally check to go in and say, okay, this can't be a scam. And as soon as you hit reply, bam, everything swapped over, and the next thing you know, Scam City was going on. Automatic Beats in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you. I see you. And Soul to the Moon. Well, Soul's going to do something. But anyway, but listen, if you haven't watched that, I love Jimmy Jim, but he likes to talk. It's a little over an hour long, and I actually spit a little bit just so everybody knows. But anyway, go watch it. It's good information. Inside the description of that video are all kinds of security tips, online security tips, personal security tips, travel security tips, home security tips, you name it, it's in there. Now, is it an all-inclusive list? No, there's a lot more things that probably could be in there. But listen, if you're taking care of the basics, like Jimmy said last night, then you got less likelihood you got to worry about the other crap. That's it. You know, that's just the fact. And there you go. I was waiting for somebody to put it in there. Thank you, BC. Oh, Joe. And anything you want to add about the scammers and scamming and that kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, the link is posted in the live chat. So definitely check out that video. It's a great video, covers a whole bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of links in the description. But yeah, you just have to be careful. And just remember, everybody is out to scam you until proven otherwise. And even then, they can be tricking you. So be very careful. And especially with AI, you know, there's where people can actually be FaceTiming you and be a different person. Man, the rain's coming down hard over here. But
is it really?
Yeah, it just started coming down right now. But I can see my cats running under the deck or under the porch. But
kitty cats.
Yeah. But I mean, so even when you think you're talking to a real person, the voice can be changed. They may have a different accent, so the voice can be changed, and also their appearance. Instead of being a old fat dude at the computer, it's a good looking businessman or even a woman who's talking to you. So you can never everybody's trying to scam you until proven otherwise.
Yep. And there you go, being greedy, automatic beats. And yeah, don't we all there, Dave? That's all I'm saying right there. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to let that ride right there. All right, there we go. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys. All right, we got one more piece of news to kind of go over, and we're making some great time. Joe, I guess that worked.
It worked.
Because, yeah, we're way ahead of schedule right now.
I tell you what, when you were doing your thing, I had so many stories. I had to just get it out. I put in the chat, I have so many stories, and then I felt better. So.
Listen, I don't mind story time. I like story time. All right, listen. I mean, for those who don't know, I put an article in here talking about $3,900 gold and how gold is just moving on up. Okay. I know my singing sucks, but
no, it was great. It was right on pitch and everything.
Was it really? All right. Well, if then that means you can tell me in the chat where that came from if you are old enough. But Joe's going to take a quick look at the gold chart, and then we're going to let Joe get on over there because we might be going to Joe's stream a little bit early today at this point. Joe, you ready, bud?
Yes, but before I do that,
yes,
I just want to say that there are so many shows that were back in the day that could not be played today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So my goodness. Yes.
If y'all remember Archie Bunker.
Oh, never.
Definitely one.
Never.
Yeah. And it's so funny too. There's one movie, you shouldn't have told me we had time. There's one movie that Mel Brooks made that I always reference where I always forget the name of the movie. But he's done a lot of great movies, but there's one of them where the black guy becomes a sheriff or something like that. For those of you who know the movie Blazing Saddles.
That's it. There it is. I know that. I can't remember it. Yes. Yeah.
You could not even watch 5 minutes of that show now. It's crazy. All right.
All right. And I before we go to your chart, Joe, Julie, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping in. Dave, right era. Wrong show, but guess what? Chris, who's been lurking in the background, obviously. Welcome, Chris. He got it. There it is. There it is. Moving on up to that apartment in the sky. Exactly. There it is. All right. Joe, go ahead. Take it away, brother.
All right. Here we go. So we're looking at gold, spot, US dollar. So this is what we're looking at. This is more of a longer term projection as far as where it could potentially go. Of course, nobody knows where it will go, but as long as the dollar continues to be weak, gold, metals in general, gold, silver, everything else is going to go up.
Yep.
Mainly gold and silver, in my opinion, but everything should be potentially going up. But we just did a pivot extension from the low to the high to the low. And let me move this over so you can see the dates. So this was in 2000, then the high about 2011, then the low about 2000. Oh, wait. I'm doing that wrong. This is back in 99, 2000. And then this one is 2011, yeah, okay, and 2016. So those are my low, high, low. So it gives us these levels. And of course, with these fib levels, you give it enough time. This is what a lot of people don't say, but you give it enough time, it's going to hit these levels. All you need is more time. So here, of course, it hit our 1618. It hit that one. And now we're at our 1786 and right around $4,000. And we are literally right around $4,000. Let me go ahead and make this to where everybody can see it. There we go. Now for this extension, like we're on the monthly time frame. So every candle represents a month. From this low to the current high, this again, it's not a pivot. So this can continue moving up and then these numbers change. But if we get a retracement, because this is extremely crazy bullish right now, again, because the dollar's very weak, I'm looking for a retracement around the 123 fib level, which would put us about 36.83. If we pull back to the 236 level, or 23.6% for a retracement, we're looking at 34.16. If we're lucky enough to get, I don't see it, but if we're lucky enough to pull back 38.2%, we're looking right under $3,100 for gold. Do I think we're going to go under 3,100? Seriously doubt it. And again, it's because the strength of the dollar every single month keeps on getting weaker and weaker. And then, of course, with us potentially printing more money, it just deflates the dollar. So gold right now is killing it. We went over gold on my channel on the 2nd, and this is XAUT. This is Tether Gold. And for this one, we were saying that potentially we may have a bounce zone right here, 36.97, 36.39. And the best thing, though, in my opinion, and we say this all the time, the best time to invest was yesterday. The next best time is today. On the 2nd, we were saying, you know what? Even though it's up and we have a very high chance of it pulling back because of the economy, because of everything else we just mentioned, it'd be nice. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is only for entertainment purposes. We are not financial advisors. But for me personally, this would be a nice opportunity to enter. And then a lower investment here, which I don't, again, these levels, like this one, it's just, if we get lucky and it gives us like a flash crash for whatever reason just to come up, at least we'll be in at a lower price. But from 4 days ago, we are currently up about 3% on gold. That's crazy.
That is crazy for gold. We're talking gold. Yeah. This government shutdown is helping to fuel this fire too, man. I'll tell you what.
What's that?
I said the government shutdown definitely helping to fuel this fire.
100%.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you going through that. I know you love the charts, but I always feel bad when I'm asking you to do multiple charts and that kind of thing. I
love it. I love it. I love questions. I love questions regarding how to trade and indicators and everything else. So I love it.
I appreciate you being here. And again, Joe's here with me every Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then we go right on over to his stream, which is in about 5 minutes because he's live every Monday through Friday, 12 noon, and on Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. So, Joe, do you want to head out and start getting all that set up?
Yeah,
and we'll meet you.
I got to make me another coffee. So, yes, indeed. I do thank you guys very much. If you're on X, come on over. to YouTube. That way you can smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and then you're going to automatically be forward to my channel where we cover Bitcoin, we cover the market, we cover your coins, we show you setups, and we don't just say, you know, enter now and then just leave it. Like, we should give you actual setups where it's like, right now you might want to wait. Again, none of it's financial advice. You might want to wait, set your alerts, and there are some times where it's like, okay, if this was me, I would definitely enter right now. Here's my lower entry. Here's my stop loss. Here's my targets. So it's an official setup. It's none of this buy the breakout, buy the retest, because then the next question is what time frame? What a lot of other traders do, they give themselves wiggle room to where if you mess up or you lose, it's your fault. Versus what I do, I give you, there is a 0% chance you could misinterpret my entries or my setups. And for me, that it's very rare that you get that. And I do that all the time. You know, I want to make money with you, not because of you. And for that reason, I give everything for free.
There you go.
For the learning. All right, that's all I got, guys. I do thank you. Smash the like if you haven't already, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. And you guys know the drill. We're going to head over to Joe's stream right after this, and appreciate Joe being here every Monday and Wednesday. He generally has to pull out of here a few minutes early to go and get his stuff squared away. He usually has to reset his computer for whatever reason. It doesn't like going from, I use StreamYard to put these streams out. It doesn't like going from StreamYard over to his OBS system. So I appreciate him taking the time to be here and then resetting everything to go and do his own stuff. Warpaint in the house. Appreciate you. Appreciate you very much. All right. So let me give you an update as to what I have going on here on this channel for the rest of this week, and then we'll go raid Joe's stream. So right now, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, myself, BC Port Corp, and Crypto Bedell will be talking, obviously, about the Bitcoin all-time highs, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Ethereum Foundation and their transition of some of their Treasury ETH into stable coins and what they're planning on using that for. So make sure you are tuning in 7 p.m. Eastern for that. Tomorrow night, there will be no Matrix Money podcast at 6 p.m. like there usually is on Tuesdays. Crypto Jar is on vacation, so we are going to let him enjoy his time with his family, and we will be back next Tuesday to kick things back off. So Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, Joe and I will be right back here as always, checking the markets for the midweek and giving you the latest news, whatever's going on with that. And of course, this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Crypto on the Rocks. This is going to be an on the road again episode because this weekend is the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference in New Hampshire. I'll be heading that way for that. So, yeah, a lot of traveling coming up for me this weekend, which means next Monday, which is a holiday here in the U.S., there might not be live streams that day due to travel. As we get a little bit closer, I'll let you know. But Sunday night, we're going to do, believe it or not, for those, okay. Let's start with this. For those who don't know, I've been putting together an Unlocking Your Crypto Journey educational series. It's geared toward people who are new coming into the cryptocurrency space to give them some good basic information, resources, etc. And I've had it's been awesome to have all the guests that I've had on with just so much knowledge and sharing their experience. And there's more of them coming. So make sure you stay tuned. But I finished the first module, and we are now, believe it or not, wrapping up the second module. This coming Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right after Billy Goat Tales, is going to be the recap video. At the end of every module, I'll do a recap video, give you some of the highlights of the different videos in that training module. And then we're going to have a couple of weeks off and then back at it for module 3 at the beginning of November. Crazy How time flies. Absolutely crazy. So make sure that you tune in Sunday for the recap video, and then I will let you know when we are going to be. I'm going to start recording the videos pretty much straight off for module 3. However, we're not going to start airing them I'm not going to start airing them probably until the beginning of November. All right, that's it. So see you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, BC Port Corp, and Crypto Bedell will be live. Make sure when you get over to Joe's stream that you are putting CCM Raid there, and I will see you there. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all your support.